Yo, what is going on, guys? In this video, I want to run you guys through a full ban guide for resellers in 2025. Now, I know a lot of guys struggle with getting your marketplace account unbanned. You struggle with making new accounts. You don't know what the fuck to do because every single time that your account gets banned, you fucking panic. But don't worry, I'm here to help. My accounts have been getting constantly banned for the past couple months for no fucking reason. I don't know why. But what I do know is that in spite of that, I was able to go ahead and still hit days just like this $1,000 days, $600 days, $10,000 month, $15,000 months, despite my account being banned. And I'm going to show you how to do the same thing in this video. And like I said, this is not, going to be a tutorial on how to not get banned. This is going to be a tutorial on what to do if you do get banned, and in the future, how to minimize the effects of you getting banned by doing three things that I'm going to show you in this video. So let's get into it. Now, boys, there are three things that we're going to go over in this video. There is the skill set, the community, and these systems. And all three of these are very, very, very important for making sure that you are still able to make money while your accounts are banned, and they each kind of play their own role, right? So, boys, if you want to minimize the effects of your account getting banned, you need to have the right skill set. Now, you're probably asking, Brayden, why is there a picture on the left? Well, you do not want to be this person. You do not want to be a brainless, dumb, reselling retard like 90% of NIC people are. And you want to actually use your brain, all right? I know it's not crazy, but it's the truth. You need to use this brain. A lot of you fucking resellers are quite honestly pretty fucking brainless, and it makes me wonder if you guys have been having one of these. You want to use this. You do not want to be this. All right. Cool. So instead of just posting on marketplace ads brainlessly without having any knowledge of how to get sales, you need to master the art of getting traffic. You need to learn how to get views. Now, lucky for you, all it takes to become better at a skill than 99% of other people is to simply just master the basics a little more. So what does this mean? It means taking half decent listing pictures, half a clean title, half a concise description, pricing your product competitively, and selling the in-demand product on the correct platform. And boy, these four things is literally all you need to do to be decent at reselling. This is just the basics, right? After you master these three things, you will be ahead of 99% of other resellers. You're gonna be a lot more successful than a lot of people. But if you master these, you are going to be quite literally unstoppable, right? So if you can simply master all four of these things, and in these three platforms, so 7 things in total, right? 4 concepts, 3 platforms, or at least be half decent at them, at least get a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 views. You can grow any marketplace app or any social media from complete scratch. And you'll actually build a real business deal instead of just praying that somebody will swipe up and buy a listing, even though they never do. Right. So mastering the social media reselling funnel is the new way of being able to sell any product, be able to stay level headed and stay confident during ban, not having to worry about, oh my God, I'm going broke. I'm not going to make money the next week. Okay. Not going to do that shit and it's still making thousands of dollars passively as a reseller. And you're probably asking, how does this funnel work, right? How does the social media reselling funnel work? What you do is you make content on these 3 platforms, and then you direct them to your marketplace app where you are selling a very niche select of products, and then these people just message you on the app, and you get sales. All right. Now you are also going to go ahead and lead people on these to a Discord. This is a Discord logo, right? This is a Discord or a Telegram, some sort of community. This way you can actually go ahead and own your audience. And then once you get big enough on social media, once you get good at marketplace apps, you are then going to go ahead and start selling full time on social media, start selling in your community, get people to message you inside of that community or go on your website inside of that community, whatever medium works for you. And then they buy the product from there, right? Now, speaking of community, that is the second thing that you need to master, right? Community is super valuable and heavily underused in the reselling space. You see, when I was thinking about starting my Discord, I was thinking about it for so long, but I thought that I didn't have enough followers or enough clout or enough experience to run a Discord, right? But it's not about how many members you have. It's about preserving your wealth. Look, only 600 members. I literally have about 30 subscribers on my Telegram. And bro, this Telegram brings me like 10K a month, all right? With 30 members. That's crazy. All right. So how is that possible? Well, think about it as part of your business structure. All right. So if you have a bunch of money and you suddenly need a bunch of money, let's say you get a check in the mail for $1 million, all right? And you want to protect that money from lawsuits, any unfortunate event, anybody trying to sue you, take advantage of you, anybody trying to, your wife trying to take you to get a divorce, whatever it might be. If you want to protect that money, you put it under a business entity, you put it under an S corp, you put it under a trust, you put it under an LLC. So you're taking all your money and instead of it being in your name, it's a business name. It's still yours, but it's under a different entity, right? It's the same exact concept with your community. So all your followers are being led into a Discord, Telegram, as they become members of your community, which is protected. It is very, very hard to get a fucking Telegram or a Discord ban unless you are literally selling fucking assault rifles like crystal meth. You're not gonna get banned, bro. All right. So these are a much, much more stable and reliable platform than Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever it might be, Facebook Marketplace. So you're protecting your community members. They're no longer your followers. They're now part of a community, right? They're part of a new entity. So aside from just protecting your following, you're a massive benefit to communities, like nurturing your audience, mass announcement, increasing sales, etc. And I've literally been banned over 10 times. And if I did not have my community, I would be making $0 a month right now. That is how important communities are. They're so incredibly important. You don't understand. And well, the last thing that you need to master to not have to worry about your account getting banned and actually have confidence that you can make that money back is systems, right? Now, once you have the skills, once you have the community to protect your followers, you need to make a system to make sure that those followers can continue to buy from you and help you scale your income without you having to grow your following. And there are a few key factors that play into this, each of which are super important in their own way, right? So audience nurture is the first factor. Business model structure is the second, and then the sales process is the third. Now, the first key to scaling your income without having to grow your followers is nurturing your audience in the community. Now, nurturing is simply basically the middle ground between when somebody knows who you are and then when they buy from you, right? So I'll break this down for you very, very simply, right? So every single sale occurs in basically a triangle like this, right? Oh, this is a terrible triangle. Holy fuck. Let me redo that. Every sale that has ever been made on the internet occurs on a triangle like this, right? Basically, what this triangle represents, right, is a funnel, right? The process of sales. So down here is you actually getting a sale, you collecting your money. Up here is like basically like the traffic, like these people like finding out about you, right? So traffic, all right? We're gonna call that good, all right? The traffic. And this right here is the nurture, right? It is kind of the middle ground between, bro, oh my lord, Jesus, I need to start fucking going back to school. This handwriting is terrible. But basically, nurturing is from the point of when somebody sees you, when somebody joins your community, when somebody knows who you are, they see your video, maybe they follow you, to you actually being able to close that person as a sale. You cannot just go from this to this. Now, the nurture process can be quick, and it might seem like it's not there, but it definitely still is, right? Um, so, how do you do this? How do you build trust? Show client win in your community, answer questions, be active, and be personable with your clients. Be nice, be cool, act like a real person, get them to fuck with you and genuinely like you as a person. The second key factor to having a reselling business that is constantly generating you money is how you structure it, right? So you cannot be relying on it in this context at least, right? You don't have your accounts are banned, you're fucked, you're cooked, your community and like all this shit is all you have, right? You cannot be relying on new sales from new customers if you're not growing your following, right? It doesn't make any sense because if you're not getting traffic, you're not going to get sales. And if that's what you're relying on new traffic to get you new sales, you're fucked, right? So what you need to do, you need to get MRR, monthly recurring revenue, money that's generated for you, going your pocket every month from your existing audience, which means you need to be bulk supplying, okay? You need a group of people who buy from you every month, giving you guaranteed income, giving you guaranteed money. And the only way to do that in reselling is through bulk supplying. All right. Now, bulk supplying, you guys do not know, is basically just where you're supplying other resellers, you're supplying other people. You're basically the middleman, right, between the Chinese supplier and the customer, right? You're basically like a USA supplier. That's basically what it is. Um, and I have other videos on my page about this, so go ahead and check those out. But it's really, really important to know about this because it's paired. This paired with the social media funnel is gonna print it. All right, it's gonna print for everybody. It's what I use. It's what I came up with personally. It's my own funnel, and you need to hop on it. All right. Now, lastly, you need to have a seamless sale process. Right, this is super, super important, and nobody talks about this. So people need to know exactly what to do and where to go in order to buy from you inside of your community, inside of your whatever. Nobody should ever have to ask you, hey, how do I buy this? They should know how to buy, right? They should know what to do and where to go. in order to buy from you. Now, I have multiple touch points that cover how to buy on my Discord server, as well as every FAQ to pre-handle objection and lead you to a frictionless sales process. You guys can see, boys, inside of my Discord, um, I have a lot of tickets I gotta answer. But I have a bunch of different touch points. Right? I have my supplier list. People can buy supplier. I have a whole order view channel where people can learn how to order from me, and then I have the support tickets channel, which is how they can make tickets to order from me. Um, and yeah, like multiple different touch points. And then now you can have like I have my reselling guide, my reselling help here, so you guys can actually get your questions answered without even having to ask me, right? And that's really, really important, right? That's leading to a frictionless sales process, meaning that it is super easy for you and for the buyer to actually go ahead and get a product, right? And get the order just locked in. So some things that you need to consider that are part of the sales process are the payment method, right? How are you accepting money? I've frequently used Zelle, Square Voice, Apple Pay, PayPal, Cash App. I use pretty much everything, right? Order fulfillment methods. So how are you getting these orders in? Are you going to, are you shipping? Are you doing meetups? Are you, whatever it might be, right? Are you shipping them? Are you getting somebody else to pack them? You need to think about that. The medium of receiving orders, right? So basically what I mean by this is like, where are you putting them? Like, where are you, logging your orders? Where are you tracking your orders? And then how are you tracking just all of your data in general, and keeping track of everything, right? So if you can lock in on all four of these variables leading to a seamless sales process, and then you can lock in on all three of these things, you'll have a system generating you thousands of dollars a month almost completely passively without even trying. Now, Boyd, this is how you circumvent bans. You build a skill set, you monetize that skill set by building a community, then building systems around that community that actually make you guaranteed money every single month. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys found a lot of value in it because, bro, I've been getting banned so fucking much. If something's happening to the reselling community, unfortunately, everybody's getting banned. So keep your eyes up, keep your eyes open, and yeah, hopefully you won't have to pay $2,000 to get your account back like I did. But yeah. So if you guys found this valuable, I'd appreciate you guys dropping a like, subscribing, doing what you got to do on this video. If you guys want to show support, you're free to go ahead and do that. If you guys want access to my Discord server where I break down how to resell, community with over 600 members, and you guys can purchase directly from me, I'll leave a link to that down below as well as the link to all my personal suppliers, bk.supply.shop, bkvendors.shop, bunch of different domains because my store keeps getting banned as well. So I have like 20 different domains and they all lead to the same spot. So use bkvendors.shop, use bk.supply.shop, fucking use whatever domain you want, bro. If you want my supplier, I'll leave the link down below. Like I said, when I found the video valuable, and until the next time, bk.supply is out.